Hey guys, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully the stream is working fine. What's going on, Danny? What's going on, Fizz? What's going on, Joey? Thank you guys for the support. What's going on, David? What's going on, Bill? Thank you guys for being in this morning. We have a crazy green day right now. And let me just first make sure I have everything running. Yep, okay. Just with the overall new setup, I just have to make sure everything is running properly. But right now, right, we're starting off with a huge green day for Chinese stocks, and I think that's going to be the first topic I'm going to be taking a quick look at. Right, we have PDD up 14%, but we can see from the charts, right? I mean, it obviously is a strong day. Hey Fizz, what's going on? Oh, you're just finishing up the SE earnings call. Nice, that was a good call as well. But we can see, right, even though it's up big, they're still pretty much at very all-time lows. Everything's good except my portfolio. Really, Bill, what's kind of holding you back right now? We see JD is also up. JD is up 11%. And we're going to take a quick look at what's really happening right now. But I also wanted to take a quick look at this amazing company, a CrowdStrike, one I enjoy right now. It's one I picked up over the weekend, over Friday. I definitely posted on the channel on Discord. CrowdStrike up 8.4%. I really like a stock when it's not overextended. Definitely picked some up on Thursday, so I am on Friday, so I'm happy. We can see Tencent up 7.6%. Neo is up 6%. Shopify is up 4%. So overall, definitely a strong day, especially for my style of portfolio right now. We definitely have some red today. I want to say Nvidia is down 1.5%. We also have AMD down 1.2%. But these two big boys, right, they had a great run up yesterday. And let's see. Let's see, Danny. Yes, looking really like a good day. Agree. Airbnb is up 6%. That is insane. Let's take a quick look at Airbnb. I haven't really looked at this stock. This is one on my watch list. Not sure why. I know why it blocks Danny. He had a curse. I didn't know why it blocked Bill. Bill said because Nvidia. I guess my channel doesn't want you shaming Nvidia, Bill main. But we can see an Airbnb up 6.4%. Let's see what's going on, Sergio. What's going on in Judo? Hope you guys are doing good. So Fish, short China could be a short-term green. A lot of people are holding from highs and want to get out. That is true, right, Fish? When you see kind of days like today, there might be people who don't want to hold. What do you mean? Don't want to hold the stocks anymore. And just after a nice 10% day, some of these people kind of rush out. I hope not for investors, though. Big China Tech has some great things for investors. And if we take a quick look, I want to see, let me just zoom in for you guys. See, what were some of the major things? One of the biggest things is just this cybersecurity that cybersecurity China is kind of doing. Regulations. They kind of announce what they're really looking for, so they kind of laid out a plan. I think kind of laying down a plan helps out a bit with the uncertainties in the market. So China's cyberspace regulators lay out two main conditions for companies wanting to go public. Right? This was I want to say it's a big deal, right? We had companies like, I forget what was that food company that went public. Duo, I forget what it was called. But right, I think a day after they went public, cyberspace regulators or the cybersecurity regulators in China kind of told them to stop. So kind of having some form of, hey, this is what we need to do before going IPOs. I mean, I think something like this should have been done a long time ago. Wasn't that Didi? Yep, I forgot the name of it, David Becker. But now it seems like cyberspace regulators are saying, hey, if you want to go IPO, these are the things that need to go. Obviously, I mean, something like that should have worked a long time ago. It should have been in progress a long time ago. But I do want to say something like this, right? It now kind of takes out a lot of the unknown, in the market to some extent. So it kind of helps out with the overall, I want to say, sentiment toward Chinese stocks. The other thing is we did have a lot of positive earnings. It seems JD had strong earnings. I think some of the other, Alibaba supposedly had strong earnings. Baidu had strong earnings. So it does seem like it was a strong earnings. This week seems to be a Chinese company earnings. So that's pretty interesting for sure. Another thing is, right, we have Kathy Wood, ARK Investment Management, also snapped up some shares of JD yesterday. So when you see some big investors kind of going back into the company, into China market, it kind of gives you this overall bullish sentiment. So I do believe that's the main reason all these Chinese stocks are on right now. Let me take a quick look at Twitter. I believe, give me one quick second, guys. I do think I have a message. Let's see. So I know I've been seeing that they showed me their report right here. So Monday we had JD.com. Tuesday we had Best Buy before. Pinduoduo reported this morning. After the close, what do we have? We have some software companies right now. So we have, I think Intuit is more in the fintech market. I don't really follow much of the companies kind of going today. Tomorrow we have, honestly, I don't see, let's see, when is Peloton? I thought Peloton was Wednesday or Thursday, but I don't see it here. But Wednesday, I think it's going to be super, super bullish. We have Snowflake, we have Salesforce, we have Autodesk, we have Pure Storage. Peloton, here we go. Thursday, Peloton, Workday as well. So we have a lot of software companies kind of doing this week. I don't have too many software companies. I think the only one I'm really excited for right now is Salesforce and maybe Autodesk. And in forms of Wednesday, I think I might do my friend Fizz a solid, and I might want to take a quick look at Peloton. Marvell, also, I believe that's a semiconductor company, might be one to look at. But besides that, I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything else I personally want to look at. But let's see what else is happening in the market. I think we have some companies are just killing it today. My portfolio, even though it's probably going to be a short-term of thing, today just reached an all-time highs. So I'm super, super excited right now. It's insane. I'm happy. I'm excited. A lot of these Chinese stocks kind of were pulling it down, but now that they're up a nice amount, helping out. CrowdStrike is helping out a lot. So I did break new highs today, which I'm super, super excited. So Dave, getting slammed on STX today, but still pretty good day overall. Nice. STX, I'm pretty sure that's the other memory company, right? Seagate. Seagate, actually, taking a hit. I wonder why. Is Micron? Let's take a quick look at STX right now. So I know this is in the memory. Time to buy some Chinese stocks. I mean, I don't think now is any better time than yesterday, right? I mean, what's the only main, unless you were waiting for this, right? What's the major difference from today's Chinese stocks from yesterday's Chinese stocks? First is, one, ARK Investment bought some more Chinese stocks. Is that a reason to buy? For me, no. Second, companies, JD and some of these other Chinese stocks reported strong earnings. Unless you were thinking that earnings weren't going to be good, then no, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be another reason. The third reason is the overall regulations follow up from cybersecurity team. I mean, I think that might be the only real reason, but I don't think it's a major chance. At the same time, right? What I do want to say is some of these Chinese stocks, even though they're up, like Fizz says, some really big move up, they're still pretty low, right? I mean, it's at levels last seen in early August, right? Early August was when PDD was at these levels, right? JD, for example, JD is kind of at levels seen a few days ago. So it's not like they're super overextended right now, but after seeing some crazy pull-up days like, exactly, right, Julie, it all depends, right? On where you see it. In short term, looking at it in a daily time frame, obviously it looks bad, right? I wouldn't buy right now after 11% days. But overall, I want to say in the long term of things still look to be a bit over cheap compared to where they've been in the past. Baba is up about 5%. It does. But like I said, if the only reason you're more bullish on Chinese stocks today is just because they're green right now, then definitely not a reason to buy Chinese stocks, right? If your reason is, hey, it's green today, I don't want to miss up the run up, I feel like that's emotions kind of coming into play. We're saying, I don't want to miss that run up. Obviously, volatility works both ways. Sometimes patience, hey, maybe might be a strong green day today. Who knows, tomorrow they might pull back. So I agree with Judo. And Fizz, right? Buy Chinese stocks if you believe in the long term and are okay with regulatory risk, not based on price action. Very true, Fizz. Agree, right? Not just because you see 10% days today, you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna miss the run up. It's time to buy. If those are the reasons you buy, And it depends, right? It depends on the investor. Maybe Greystone, right? Greystone, he seems to be more of a trend follower. Trend is your friend. So if you believe we're in a positive trend, again, that's the great thing about investing. There's multiple ways to invest, and there's no perfect way. A method that works for me doesn't mean it'll work for you, and the method that works for you doesn't mean it'll work for me. So Baba is up 6.6%. Let me take a quick look at STX real quick. Airbnb is popping on recovery. It's that the thing that's happening with Airbnb. You would expect as talks of Delta variant, you would expect a company like Airbnb to go down. So it's pretty strange that Airbnb is actually up. At the same time, I think maybe more people are willing to just do Airbnb since it's an individual stay opposed to a hotel where you have multiple people. So I can see both sides to it, right? It can actually be if you don't want to be stuck with a lot of people due to your concerns of COVID, Airbnb is probably the best solution since you have the individual place by yourself. It's not recovery, I think. It's the Afghan. What's up with that, Fizz? If you mind sharing real quick on the Afghan refugee news. So let's see, STX, this is a memory company, down 6.8% right now. Maybe insiders know some regulations is going to left. And then let's see, Micron Technology. So MU stock right now. Hello, what's going on, Dr. Michael? Hello, Jose and squad. Jose looking fresh with the new cut. Thank you. Appreciate it, Michael. So Micron Technology is actually up 0.3%. Airbnb is housing 20K refugees. Search it quickly. All right, let's see. Airbnb. Let's see here. I think this might be easier. Airbnb. So yeah, Airbnb CEO Airbnb will begin housing 20,000 Afghan refugees globally for free. Obviously, right, great news in forms of humanitarian effects. I would wonder why someone would why would the stock price be up on this, right? I mean, at the end of the day, how is it just more of a public, obviously humanitarian, it's great news, but is it also, are people bullish on the overall news and advertisement that it will bring, the overall light that it will bring to Airbnb and make it a more household name, even though I already believe Airbnb is a household name. So I mean, that seems like good news. I don't understand why that would drive a stock price to go up 6.4%, right? Kind of putting my business hat on opposed to just what's good for the world hat on. So in a business standpoint, like how would that affect the stock price to go up 6.3%? So that's pretty interesting. Definitely would like to hear other people's thought on the matter there. So let's see, Airbnb. Yep, I think it's all because Pfizer is so exy. So you think it's Pfizer news, but we had Pfizer news yesterday, right? I think Pfizer news did come out during the market yesterday, even though yesterday was a strong. That's true, right, Fizz? And that's the great thing about volatility. There's so much reasons why stock prices can go up. But I do believe, right, it's definitely something that's going to be talking. I'm pretty sure we're going to see this Airbnb on the news all over for like the next week or so. So some form of good morning, Q. What's going on? Q, man, Q. You. I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but you showed me that Nvidia position, man. Congratulations. And one day I'll get to a position like that, hopefully, of Nvidia. In judo, is anyone in WOSG? And Q, congratulations. I know you've been big in Chinese stocks, and overall market right now is probably being good to you. So let's see. What else do we have in the market? Anything crazy? Any stocks down right now? Or is everything green? Unfortunately, when everything's green, I don't have much content to make. So there's not much videos right now. But right now, Nvidia is down 1%. I think those are my biggest players down. Nvidia, AMD, and C Limited. Three of my biggest players are down about between 0.2 to 1%. Overall, my portfolio, like I mentioned, is doing pretty well. I'm pretty interested to see why CrowdStrike took a huge jump. I know today cybersecurity in the Amazon, Apple, Microsoft CEOs to reportedly attend White House cybersecurity meetings. So I wonder if that's really what's causing. Kevin, when's your YouTube channel going public? I don't know. Hopefully soon. Soon with my own ETF, the crazy ETF. So we see Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft CEOs to reportedly attend the White House for cybersecurity meetings. So I guess this is just overall bringing light that, hey, cybersecurity is still in early stages. We need some big players. So I wonder if this is what's driving CrowdStrike right now. The CrowdStrike is having a strong days. I know over the weekend, I think we saw another cyber attack or something. But we can see CrowdStrike named a leader in the IDC MarketScape. Let's see. What else? Any CrowdStrike does report earnings next week. Jose, are you at? Yes, I am, Fizz. That's actually true. I am at an Airbnb right now. Pretty much anytime I travel, I think most of the time I am in an Airbnb, especially if it's with just my wife and for long term. So yeah, actually in an Airbnb right now. Only if it's short term travel do I use a hotel. CrowdStrike, Falcon. I mean, just CrowdStrike. I don't think there's any recent news for CrowdStrike for really having this 8% day. I think it has CrowdStrike added. Why? I mean, man, this is. Why don't you give me all the news here? Damn Fidelity. I was hoping you would. But CrowdStrike added to the NASDAQ 100. CrowdStock. Maybe let's see here. Recent news. Jose, I mean, thank you. I need to invest in the Bloomberg terminal now. Where are you getting your information, Fizz, man? I need to get that. I need to get that in myself ASAP. I know a place where I can actually get great news on a daily basis. Maybe I can reach out to them if they're watching my stream to maybe give me some stuff there. So in Judo, you are in Abby for the dividend play. Nice. I don't really follow too much dividend plays. I think the only dividend plays I have are Microsoft and Nvidia, maybe Tencent. I don't remember if Tencent pays dividend. I know Nvidia gives me that 4 cents per share this quarter. What's going on? So I mean, I'm a heavy dividend investor with Nvidia, you know. So let's see what else is going on in the market. Let me take a quick look. Seeking Alpha, CrowdStrike gains on NASDAQ 100. In NASDAQ 100, nice. I mean, CrowdStrike has definitely been a strong company. I wish it was a bigger position in my portfolio, 100%. August 26th, they get added for the NASDAQ. Also, Palo Alto had great earnings. Palo is another, yeah, I do believe they reported when, yesterday or this morning. So just strong news for CrowdStrike. Honestly, this is a tier 2 stock. Could be a tier 2 stock if they gave us great buying opportunities. I do believe earlier this week in the 230s, it was sitting at great levels. Look at that pull down there. Unfortunately, I was able to get in, but not at a big position. So CrowdStrike, this is one keeping my eyes on for better buying opportunities. Dr. Mize, Avi is a company I like. It has good quality in the healthcare sector and has good health. Would you analyze for me, Jose, and give me your opinion? All right, Dr. Michael, let's take a quick look at it. Let's take first Simply Wall Street. Crowd is a tier 1 for me. I just don't own it. So, I mean, I think so, Fizz, if it ever had great buying opportunity. The only reason I think maybe Crowd can never be a tier 1 for me, Fizz, is actually... even though I believe the cybersecurity market is strong, I personally don't have that kind of knowledge for that market to really be like completely bullish. I would have to read a lot more papers. I would have to read a lot more books about the overall cybersecurity market for me to really understand it and make it like a tier 1 stock. Like for me, I mean, AMD, NVIDIA, C Limited, Unity, like those I understand. I can completely talk about them Sorens, right? Completely understand them, completely understand where the market's gonna go. With CrowdStrike, I believe the market, fundamentals for the company, but can I talk about 10 minutes about CrowdStrike? I don't think so. So unless I can talk about a company for 10 minutes straight, then I don't believe they have the right to be a tier 1 stock in my portfolio just because I'm not knowledgeable in it. But let's see, which one are we taking a look at? I forget, Michael Rice. We're doing this one for you. So AbbVie. So this is a huge giant tech, right? A huge healthcare already. I'm pretty sure, yep, $210 billion market cap. So this is a huge company already. If we take a look at future growth, what do we get? We get a company that's already profitable in earnings, positive in cash flow from operations. They're actually super positive in cash flow from operations. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I don't know if it wants me to look at your stock. Dr. Michael. I have never seen that happen. I want it is that forewarning me about AbbVie? Totally agree. I talk about this over the weekend. It's way better to invest in what you understand and not and even better what you enjoy. Agree. And that's, I think they kind of work together, right, Fizz? I think I enjoy the semiconductor markets because I understand them so well. So I think it kind of goes with each other. So once you understand the market, you become more familiar with it. The issue with AbbVie is that their main income comes from one drug. This drug patent is ending soon. Oh, and Judo, thanks for that. What's going on, Flyboy? Hi, Jose. I know you recently liked the ad tech space with the latest videos on abs, Magnites. Thoughts on Perion Networks, 81% year-over-year growth, quarter and price to sell. So Flyboy, that one seems pretty interesting. Let's take a quick look. And hold on, guys. I think I got kicked out of this. Nope. All right. So never mind. So AbbVie right now, we are, damn, Jose, your community knows so much. I know, this is why I enjoy the overall community. You guys are just awesome. If we ever find a stock, we can already kind of talk both the negative and opposite and positive of it. So this is AbbVie, right? I mean, first thing I'm liking, outside, Judo gave us some great news there, but AbbVie cash flow from operations is 20 billion from revenues of 53. They have very strong cash flow from operating margins. This company is not one to expect to growth. All right, so this is giving me issues. Give me 1 second, guys. Don't forget to hit exit. Appreciate. Give me 1 second, guys, as I freaking let's see. Be right. Nah. Let's just keep it here. You guys can just stare at me for a few. Hopefully you guys, thanks Jose for hosting. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can't see my screen. I would really appreciate it if you guys can't. Damn it. Hold on, more ways to verify. Hold on. What is happening here? Okay, so now it's working. All right, let's try to go back. Main YouTube. All right. Oops. All right. So, I mean, I don't know this one. Dr. Michael, it doesn't seem like this, like Simply Wall Street wants me to look at this one. But let's take a quick look at financial health. Overall, I mean, this company is pretty much leveraged in debt compared to cash short-term investments, but that's okay, right? This had a strong fundamentals, very strong fundamentals. So I don't mind if they're leveraged. Obviously, I would wish their balance sheet was a little bit stronger. With this company, you also get a dividend, like you mentioned, 4.3% current dividend yield. That's pretty impressive. So fundamentally, I mean, not a stock I personally would enjoy, Michael Rice, just because it's not my investment style. It doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, strong fundamentals. This is a company making strong cash for sure. They have plenty of cash flow from operations, not much growth. At the same time, not the best balance sheet either. And we can see, I do want to say stock price is a bit overextended. So this doesn't mean the stock price will pull down. But if I was looking to buy into AbbVie right now, I would only buy a small position just because it has the risk of pulling down a bit. But fundamentally, doesn't seem horrible. Again, not a company I would invest in. Enjoy your vacation. Go enjoy. Fizz, thank you so much, man, for the support. I am definitely going to enjoy something with that for sure. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Fizz. I hope you are enjoying your vacation too. Birthday is in 5 days, hitting my 29th on August 29th. So I'm super excited to be down here for my birthday. I see what I got planned for then. But let's see. Let's do the final thing about AbbVie. I just want to take a quick look at this company's maybe EV to a beta forward ratio. I prefer this a bit. What's going on, Sunite? Hi, Jose. So AbbVie forward price to sales ratio, we can see is definitely cheaper than where it's been in the past. Yeah, mine is already nice. Happy birthday. Thank you. Still early. Check your DMs when you get a chance. All right. Sunite, I'll be on almost. I'm on every day. So let me see if I can definitely take a look. Oh, nice. Yeah. I definitely check them out. I already looked at it. Sunai, and I actually have a question for you in a bit. But we can see, right, in forms of EV to a beta forward ratio, I'll send a Twitter message. On form to EV beta ratio, this is a bit cheaper compared to where it's been in the past. But obviously right now it's still a bit expensive compared to where it was pre-COVID levels. So overall, and okay, not my favorite, Michael, but we can see Enjudo definitely has a lot more information on this company's business aspect opposed to just fundamentals. So is there any other stocks you guys want to take a quick look at? Market is still doing amazing. AMD finally green. Don't lie to me. Nvidia is still kind of red. Nvidia is down 0.55%, but sitting at 218. Mr. Bear, I don't know if Mr. Bear is here. He made sure that this one doesn't go to 220, he said. But we'll see if we break out of it today. AMD is actually green right now. Sorrent is also green. Unity is barely red and green right now. It's pretty much flat. And we can see big players are still what? PDD, JD, and Tencent, and CrowdStrike are my 4 biggest ones up right now. CrowdStrike is really doing good today. UiPath, 4. So I've definitely done a few episodes on UiPath. I think the only difference I would want to look at now is the overall stock price. That's not the thing. It's called Path, right? I mean, this is definitely a company that I see a lot of big tech investors, some tech investors that I respect, really follow this. And I'm not talking about, I don't know if ARK Investment is there, but I think like Beth, she is really good in the overall market, in big tech market, and very bullish in this company. So when some names that you respect, especially in the industry, I think if they are bullish, definitely something to keep an eye out. So this is definitely one that right now I want to say if it's way better to enter this at this levels compared to where it's been in the past. Very, very exciting company. I've done a bit on them, I definitely recommend taking a quick look at those videos instead. I don't think anything has changed, and you would really get the full grasp of the company from UiPath. But for those that are not familiar with UiPath, and actually I'm just going to do it. UiPath, let me not leave here. UiPath is more of a software robots for automation. So people don't have to be robots. So we can see, I mean, they're being used by a lot of big names: Google, NASA, Autodesk, GE, Airbus, Virgin Media, Equifax. And this is the perfect example of how you do it. So let's say a doctor, when he receives a lab report, he has to do open patient reports. He needs to do a lot of data and kind of like, I want to say, repetitive task. With UiPath Robot, it eliminates a lot of those portions, and they use vision learning. So the more the robot does, and the more the robot kind of collects more data, the more it's able to do in the future. So visualization in automation, I think, is a huge play, and I think that's the biggest thing of UiPath. So they're definitely a huge growth on this company for sure. I want to say the biggest yellow flag for UiPath, in my opinion, is the overall valuation. I think this company, right, has a market cap of $31 billion. But if we take a quick look at this company's current revenue rate, it's nowhere near those levels. So I think the price to sales ratio right now has revenue of about not even $1 billion. So price to sales ratio for this company is super, super high. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, depending if this company is expected to grow at 27.3% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. What the heck is happening here? So I want to say the biggest risk for this company, is that they are their valuation. Completely valuation. If you wanna, so this is something that can be very, very volatile. At the same time, right, we had Zoom earlier on during COVID. Like, valuations for Zoom were already super, super heavy, but it still did well, right? Obviously, it's kind of peaked, it pulled down from its peak right now, but even though right now, I think it's still at very high price to sales ratio, and it's a good company when the market is bad. So in judo, let's see, what did I miss here? So in judo, AbbVie requires some following in their drug patents. If the company comes with another big drug that can give them all the money from what we'll be losing from Humeria. So that's one major reasons I personally don't follow the pharmaceutical market. I just don't know much about where to get all this information. So in judo, it seems like you are very knowledgeable in this market. So that's pretty good. Because of patient sentiments, patients will be able to access lower costs. So pretty good. Appreciate the knowledge you're sharing here in judo. But let's see, Fizz, Jose, can you read us the Peloton 10K report? Man, why? That's gonna, one of these days I'll do that for you. But let's see the overall stock right now. It's up 4% right now. It definitely it's seen a pullback, right? Fizz, it was I remember seeing it at $120 sometime in July. So it's kind of pulled back a bit. So hey, if one's looking for buying opportunities, shit, man, that scared the crap out of me. My freaking. Sorry guys, my light just fell off. I do not know why. Thought I was getting shot up in here. But we can see Peloton Interactive. So definitely taking quite a hit. Man, that was bad. That was bad. So we can see stock is down about 15%. And I mean, Fizz, right? Peloton. Yo, it's just not being a good day, right? I mean, simply Wall Street is not working for me. My camera is all kind of the street blood in Jose is coming back, Danny. It just doesn't seem to be a good day for. I probably won't even drop a video today. It seems to be a bad day overall. So Dr. Michael Rice, I just laughed out loud. I'm happy. I'm here for entertainment, guys. That's the main person I'm doing this. Haunted Airbnb, David Becker, that is for sure. This is probably a haunted Airbnb. But we can see, hello, Jose, nice haircut. What's going on, Alex? Thank you. Appreciate it. Man, it is hot in here. Give me, guys, a quick second. Take a quick drink. Dr. Self-talk. I imagine. No. So let's see, what other stocks do you guys want to take a quick look at right now? I mean, overall market is not doing that bad. I thought it was actually going to be more green. I mean, compared to how my portfolio is doing today, I thought the stock, everything would have been a lot greener today. Fill your cup. I miss those days. Fizz, agree. But Twitch, I wasn't growing in Twitch, man. It was insane. Compared to really, we'll look at Peloton. All right, Fizz, don't worry. Well, I'm looking at Peloton. All right. Compared to what I'm doing here, the numbers I'm getting here on YouTube stream, I definitely wasn't growing on Twitch. Maybe might have been the time too, but who knows? But right now, right, we can see Google up 1.3%. Facebook is up 0.8%. MasterCard. Who was it that yesterday bought an NFT for about $120 million? Was that Visa? Someone bought an NFT, right? NFT Visa. What stocks do you have in mind if the market pulls back heavily? Oh, 150,000. It was 150,000. That's pretty insane. CryptoPunk. I don't know why I thought it was in the millions. All right, 150K. I mean, for a company like that, it's pretty much nothing. But I believe it's gonna end up being more of a $150,000. I think this is a strong advertisement move. Hold on, give me guys 1 second. All right, so the haunted Airbnb continues. My wife swears she just heard someone knocking on the door. But let me just say, for $150,000, this is probably the greatest advertisement, probably the cheapest advertisement, right? Everybody's talking about Visa right now because they spent $150,000 on this. Hey, Jose, can you have a look at TME? Sure, for sure, we could definitely take a quick look at a few stocks. But $150,000 for advertisement, I think, in my opinion, is pretty much what this is happening. It's all over the news, everywhere. You are hearing about Visa this, Visa that, Visa this. So I think it was a great advertisement move for Visa. I don't know if they needed it, but overall, great advertisement move. But let's see. I was luckily still had 20 left after that big buy. So let's see, Judah, what stocks do you have in mind if the market pulls back heavily? So if the market pulls back heavily, and Judah, this is probably my list. So let me go with my list with it. So first, it would be, it depends on how big of a pullback. If it's a pullback, and my tier 1 stocks, AMD, NVIDIA, Sorens, C Limited, and AMD, and Unity, right? Those would be first ones off the bat. And the other ones, my other ones I am looking at, all Jose's tier 1s for sure, all of them. Then it would be ones that I wouldn't mind making higher levels. That would be Shopify. Shopify would make the list. So this would be Shopify. Another one would be Meli, Mercado Libre, also coming in strong. I don't like it at these prices, but Mercado Libre would make the list as well. Twilio would also make the list if we see a crazy pullback. What else do we have here? If we see another Facebook and Google, some of these big players, Facebook and Google, I can see continue to grow back. And then I want to say there was one more maybe. I'm really liking DraftKings and CrowdStrike. DraftKings and CrowdStrike. Those would probably be it. How is Tencent? I'm thinking of buying more, Maggie. So Tencent, I mean, so Jose is going to do a hula dance when NVIDIA hits 220 in 5 minutes. I mean, I don't have a hula, and I am definitely not going to do a dance. I'll do this if it hits 220. If it hits 220, now it would hit 220. I'm not going to say anything. It's at 218 right now and 88 cents. But let's see. So Maggie, Michael Burry has a call option for Facebook. Nice. Do you guys follow him? I mean, obviously he did great plays in the past, and he's actually been killing it, right? He shorted Tesla supposedly at great prices. He shorted ARK, I believe, at great prices. So overall, I mean, dude's not doing bad. Probably doing a lot better than me. I mean, he has a movie, right? But let's see. Visa, Adobe, Facebook, Microsoft, USPath, NVIDIA probably are the ones for me and Judo. That's a nice list for sure. I mean, Visa and Adobe, not markets I'm into too much. Facebook for sure. Microsoft would have to see a crazy pullback. Facebook, I really like it. Unity, I like. Spotify, I would increase exposure but not make it a big one. And NVIDIA for sure. He bought GameStop at 50 cents. That's crazy. Was it ever at 50 cents? I follow him to see if this put option on Tesla works. If it doesn't work, I'll buy more Tesla. But remember, right, you have to remember when he reports, it's about a few months delay, right? He only has to report at the end of the quarter. But those trades that he make are usually made before the quarter ends. Visa and Adobe as more safe investments, for sure. Let me say, I do like Visa and Adobe. Not that I have anything against them. I do believe they could provide great returns, just not my market style, right? And Judah, I definitely like those two. I definitely like to see what Burry does. Always good to learn from investors with a good track record. Agree, right, Fizz? It's great to learn. It's different to follow, right? It's great to pick up something and learn from them, but then to follow from them, I just follow blindly. It's a whole different story. Just with like ARK, right? ARK. I like to see ARK. I feel like ARK has a good way of sharing information, right? ARK shares so much information for free, but that doesn't mean every time ARK buys a new SPAC, ARK buys a new company, ARK sells a company, I'm out there doing it. But I like reading a lot of the research they report. He also doesn't need to say what date or strike price he has for options. Yes, that's the true thing, right? With options, it's even less information shared. So no need to share date, strike price, and all that. Exactly what you just said. So let's see what's going on in the market. I mean, still pretty much big green for Chinese stocks. Tencent right now is killing it, up 8.4%. I mean, it's still cheap compared to where it's been in the past. I do believe volatility is going to come with some of these stocks, right? I mean, if we're having 14% days on PTG, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few days we have some high single digits red days. So at the end of the day, volatility works both ways. It sometimes works for us in the good terms. It also works in the negative when things go bad. So let's see what else. So Fizz, you mean 13F report? I forget the report that they have to share. I do believe it's is that, and you can if you guys want to look at 13F. Good morning. Good morning, Jose. Damn, that hair is wild. Thank you. Appreciate it, Ben. I don't feel like wearing a hat these days right now. But this is a great website for free. Well Wisdom. Not sponsored or anything. I just use them. It's free. Any place that I'm able to use for free automatically, I think sometimes gets free promos from me. But this is a great place if you want to look at 13F reports. For example, and you can see a lot, right? 13D, let's see. What are some of the insiders? Let's see, 13F heat map. Let's see, trend charts. We can see like who are some of the big companies people are buying. Come on, that's not the one I wanted. It was not trend chart, heat map. So we can see for the quarter ending of July 30th, a lot of people were buying Roku, Zoom, Dokyu. So it shares a lot of information. And you can kind of go with individual people. Which one is Bill Murray's fund? I forget his fund name. You know what investors is worth following? Pelosi. LOL. I mean, I didn't know she had such huge call options on Nvidia. I didn't know that's probably one of the reasons Nvidia has been kind of killing it. Let's see Nvidia. So, I mean, Nvidia, we can see it is right now. That's just insane. It has become top 10 for quarter 2 of 2020. Has become top 10 in 350 filers compared to 170 a quarter ago. So that's a huge increase of about 104%. Funds holding has increased. I mean, people are definitely watching my overall channel and buying into Nvidia. It's the only possible situation. Increase of total costs have increased. At the same time, I don't like it, right? I don't like when a lot of people are looking at a company because if they start to sell out, it's going to really cause a form of negativity in the overall stock price. Let's see, what else do we have? And that's just up from last quarter, right? Just up from last quarter. Hey, Jose, what's up? I'm trading Nano Repro right now if you want to take a look. Haven't really, Chris. I actually have to, Fizz. I'm sorry, Fizz. I wanted to take a quick look at Tencent. Let's take a quick look at Peloton for you. So Peloton right now, I mean, in forms of what we normally look at, let's see, Peloton. Why do they have a golfing picture? Come on, Simply Wall Street, get your stuffs together. So future growth for Peloton. This is one expected to grow 20% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. So Peloton, a high growth company. We can see a company positive in cash flow from operations, positive in earnings. If we take a quick look at health, right, financially, they did build up a bit of debt this past March. We would have to see how the overall Peloton so hated on this channel. So we can see in March it did build up a nice amount of debt. We have to take how this most recent earnings is going to be building up more debt, and why is it using that debt, right? That's something to keep an eye out. Regardless, they still have plenty of cash, $2.7 billion in cash and short-term investments, $821 million in debt. So they have a very, very strong balance sheet. If we take a quick look at management, actually not management, I want to take a quick look at ownership. Who is ownership? So right now, institutions already own a big player. That's crazy. I wouldn't have guessed. Institutions already own 77.7%. Individual insiders own 6%. Let's take a quick look at this company in fundamentals in Y charts here. Let's look at Peloton here. So Peloton, right? If we take a look at its 3-year EV to EBITDA forward ratio, even though this company has seen a bit of decrease in some forms of fundamentals, it is actually cheaper compared to where it's been since July of 2020. So a lot cheaper now than where it's been in the past. So hey, it's not as overvalued as it's been historically. Pretty good news. And if we take a quick look at let's take a quick look at the overall technicals. Peloton right now, I mean, sitting at good volume area. I do believe this 100 is very strong support. I mean, it's broken out of it. But if one is ever bullish in it, I think that 100 level or that low 100s is the time to really get into it. I mean, Peloton, right? They're becoming like Fizz says, they are their own Netflix of, they're like the Netflix of gaming. I know he has a Peloton right now. But so there's plenty of videos there to use it. Peloton is also kind of moving into like more interactive styles for their users, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool company for sure. I definitely want to get more research on them, but fundamentals and technicals don't look half bad for the company. The overall business itself, I wouldn't say I'm nowhere near a master in it, so can't really explain. But technicals, fundamentals don't look half bad. And guys, I do have prior engagements in about 10 minutes from now, and I need to go prep for that. So thank you so much for the overall stream, guys. Thank you guys for coming in and supporting the channel. Take care, guys. I have to go work on something else. So peace out, guys, and see you tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to the beach tomorrow morning. But if I'm not, then I'll probably be on.